أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Madam Chair, Commissioners, Lead Counsel, Assistant Counsel, viewers and listeners, members of the press, good morning. Welcome to our daily proceedings of this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. For our next item on our today's agenda, I have the honor to yield the floor to Madam Chair. Madam Chair, over to you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will call on Honorable Sila to lead us in Muslim prayers, and I will call on Lead Counsel Mr. Fatutmata to lead us in Christian prayers.
Thank you, Madam. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. A'udhu billahi min sharri nisa'i wa min sharri sayatin wa sultani Allahu. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azabannar. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Other comments?
Name of the Father, and the Son, of the Holy Spirit, amen. We thank you, God, for the food we eat, for the life we live. We thank you for our health. We thank you every single day for guiding and protecting us and our families and this country. God our Father, we will always serve you. Be the true Lord and God. These and many more prayers we pray through you, Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with you in the Holy Spirit, one God forever and ever. Amen.
Good morning, Madam Witness. You may kindly take your seat.
Thank you.
Madam Witness, for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, may I remind you once again that you are still under oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Chair, I hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Good morning, Madam Jammeh.
Good morning, ma'am.
You are welcome. Council, can we please proceed?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Do you have the documents that you have been asked to bring?
Yes.
Can you please guide us through the documents you have with you?
These ones are the contract documents, my contract documents.
How many contract documents?
Seven in total.
And the other one?
This other one is the Frago Debt Recovery Agency that you asked me to bring. Yeah. The certificate of business registration and other relevant documents.
Please proceed.
Pardon?
I said, please proceed.
Okay. These are the transfer files.
Transfer files.
Yes. And the card is transfer file and lawyer's assignments.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all. And then the books for this debt recovery, you asked me, I've brought them. And the rates register, I have it on a flash drive.
That's the rates register.
Yes.
So you will have to see the Mr. Camara, the rate registrar, so that you can print it out, and perhaps you can have a cover letter attached to it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Any other?
That's all you asked me.
Thank you. Maybe please have the documents.
They are separated, yes.
Where is the Fargo documents that you?
They are here.
Yes.
These are the originals. I need to return them. I made a copy if he is going to keep it. And then this is the contract letters. I've taken this one too. The rates register.
We apply to tender the following documents in relation to the Frago Debt Recovery Agency. The first is a letter addressed to the manager, Frago Debt Recovery Agency, Carnival Municipal Council. The subject is request for revision of financial terms in debt recovery proposal for the Carnival Municipal Council, K.M.C. The second is certificate of business registration. Attached to it is a letter addressed to the Managing Director of Frago Debt Recovery Agency, signed by Passit CC. The third is an invitation for discussion on Debt Recovery Commission structure, 31st January 2024. We have an email correspondence from Solomon David Jarganjai to Francis Gomez. Certificate of business registration. An acknowledgement of receipt and engagement for debt recovery services. An appointment on contract to Adama Jammeh, the witness, as race manager. An extension on contract, 2nd December 2019. Extension on contract, 1st April 2020. Extension on contract, 1st February 2021. Contract renewal, 10th February 2022. Contract renewal, 30th September 2022. And a notice of end of contract, 30th September 2023, into evidence as an exhibit.
Madam Jammeh, I think for the business registration, you have got a copy.
Yes.
Yes, and I believe I wish to return the original,
Thank you.
and then we will take the copy.
Thank you.
Because I have cross-checked, and it's the true copy of the original.
Okay. Thank you.
The following documents presented by the witness are admitted as follows. A business registration in the name of Francis J. Gomez, dated the 18th day of April 2024, with SRN number 1011896828, and the name of the business is Frago Debt Recovery Agency. Type of business is Debt Recovery Agency, and the address is Kotu, Kanifing Municipal Council, the Gambia. Attached to the business registration is the single window business registration system receipt, dated also on the 18th day of April 2024. A letter dated the 19th of January 2023 with reference BEZ 96/119/01/17. The letter is addressed to the manager, Frago's Debt Recovery Agency, and the subject is request for revision of financial terms in debt recovery proposal for the Kanifing Municipal Council, K.M.C. The letter is signed by Paset Sise, the Chief Executive Officer. A letter dated the 31st of January 2024 with reference BEZ 96/119/01 in brackets 34. It is addressed to Frago's Debt Recovery Agency, and the subject is invitation for discussion on debt recovery commission structure. The letter is signed for Paset Sise, the Chief Executive Officer. A letter dated the 4th of April 2024, addressed to the Managing Director of Frago's Debt Recovery Agency with reference BEW 11/119/01. The subject is acknowledgement of receipt and engagement for debt recovery services. The letter is signed for Paset Sise, Chief Executive Officer. A letter dated the 15th of April, addressed to the CEO, Kanifing Municipal Council. The letter is from Frago's Debt Recovery Agency, and the subject is acknowledgement of receipt and engagement for debt recovery services. The letter is signed by Francis J. Gomez, Managing Partner. A letter dated the 12th of November 2017 with reference KMC/ADM/055, addressed to Adama Jammeh, Rates Manager, and the subject is appointment on contract. The letter is signed by Wuraba for Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to the Lord Mayor, K.M.C, Director of Finance, Director of Internal Audit, IT Manager, Acting Executive Secretary. A letter dated the 2nd of December 2019 with reference KMC/HR/001, addressed to Adama Jammeh, Rates Manager, with the subject extension on contract, and it is signed by Demboja for Acting Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to the Lord Mayor, Establishment and Appointment Committee, Director of Finance, Director of Audit, IT Manager, and Executive Secretary. A letter dated the 1st of April 2020 with reference KMC/HR/001, addressed to Adama Jammeh, Rates Manager, And the subject is extension on contract. It is signed by Demboja for Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to the Lord Mayor, Establishment and Appointment Committee, Director of Finance, Director of Audit, IT Manager, Bubakar Sanyang, and Executive Secretary. A letter dated 1st of February 2021 with reference KMC/HR/001 addressed to Adama, Jammeh, Rates Manager, and the subject is extension on contract. It is signed by Demboja for Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to the Lord Mayor, Establishment and Appointment Committee, Director of Finance, Director of Audit, IT Manager, Executive Secretary. A letter dated the 10th of February 2022 with reference KMC/HR/001 addressed to Adama, Jammeh, Rates Manager 1, and subject is contract renewal. The letter is signed by Demboja for Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to Lord Mayor, Local Service Commission, Establishment and Appointment Committee, Director of Finance, Director of Audit, and IT Manager. A letter dated the 30th of September 2022 with reference KMC/HR/001 addressed to Adama, Jammeh, Rates Manager 1, and the subject is contract renewal, and it is signed by Demboja for Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to the Lord Mayor, Local Service Commission, Establishment and Appointment Committee, Director of Services, Director of Finance, Director of Audit, IT Manager. And the last letter is dated 30th of September 2023 with reference KMC/HR/001 addressed to Adama, Jammeh, Rates Manager, and the subject is end of contract. It is signed by Demboja for Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to the Lord Mayor, KMC, Establishment and Appointment Committee, Director of Finance, Director of Internal Audit, and Payroll. These documents are admitted in the bundle as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/AJ in brackets 1/KMC/003.
As the Commission places. Honorable Chairperson, for the files.
Sorry, let me just admit these two more. I have additional, actually there are 4. An email printout from Suleiman David Jarganjai to Francis J. Gomez. It's dated 11th of May 2024. A letter dated the 19th of January 2023 with reference BEZ 96/119/01/17. The letter is from K.M.C. It is addressed to the manager, Fragos Debt Recovery Agency, with the subject request for revision of financial terms in debt recovery proposal for the Kanifing Municipal Council. The letter is signed for Pasit Sise, Chief Executive Officer. Sorry, let me just cross-check. Let me take this document again. I believe I had earlier on admitted the 3 more documents. The only document that is remaining to be admitted is the email from from Solomon David Jarganjai. Let me take the admission of this email letter again. The email emanating from Solomon David Jarganjai, addressed to Francis J. Gomez, is admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/AJ2/KMC/004. I believe all the other documents have been admitted in a bundle in 003.
As a commission places. For the files brought by the witness, we would apply that the witness will have to submit this through the registrar so that inventory can be taken accordingly. And we will review the files and see which ones we will definitely need for it to be admitted.
Do you intend to release the witness so that he will be able to do that with the
Yes.
with the registrar to sort out the files?
Absolutely. Yes, Madam Chairperson.
Is that all the documents that you wish us to admit for now?
Yes, I believe that's, let me see, all. Yes, that's all from this one.
Madam Jammeh, so thank you because you've brought in all the documents that we requested. For the purposes of accountability, we would want you to, the registrar will go with you with this file to take account and inventory of what you have submitted to us, so that we will give you also a copy. Because you presented these documents to us, you go through them, and we have an inventory of what we are taking and admitting in evidence before we admit them.
Thank you.
All right?
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
All right. Can you please call the next witness? And Mr. Gay, help the registrar to take the files at the office. Registrar, can you please call the next witness?
Good morning, Madam Witness. You can kindly place your bag on the table. We can place your bag on the table and then start here. Okay.
Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. What is your religion? Yes, can you speak into the mic so that
I am Muslim.
Okay. In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
I want to swear.
You want to swear. Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Can you hold the Holy Quran by your right hand? Okay. Then you repeat after me. I, Fatu Saho Cham,
Fatutmata Saho,
do swear that
do swear that
I'll speak the truth,
I will speak the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to for us to proceed.
Good morning, Madam Cham.
Good morning.
You are welcome.
Good morning.
Morning, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, Council, can we proceed?
Can you please tell the commission what your name is?
My name is Fatutmata Saho Cham,
What is your address?
Latrikunda Sabiji,
And your occupation?
Finance Assistant,
Where do you work?
Catholic Relief Services, CRS.
CRS.
Yes.
But before that,
Before that, I worked with K.M.C.
since when? When were you appointed? K.M.C?
From September 2018 to June 2021.
2021.
Yeah,
In what capacity?
procurement manager.
Do you have your appointment letter?
Unfortunately, I was moving out from my previous house. I moved in the other one this last Friday, so all my stuffs were upside down. I couldn't trace out my appointment letter. The envelope I placed it in.
Now, what is your qualification, your academic background?
Okay, I have a BSc honors in accountancy from the University of the Gambia, a diploma in Association of Accounting Technicians, that is AAT, final level, GCE advanced level, A levels, and O levels.
Okay. You have any form of education in procurement?
Yeah, I have a certificate in public procurement.
Public procurement.
Yeah.
Do you recall giving a statement to the
Pardon?
investigators?
Pardon?
Do you recall giving a statement to the
Sure,
investigators?
I recall.
We'll show you a copy.
I have my copy with me.
Yes, we will show you. It should be a 2-page statement.
Yeah.
It bears your name and
Yeah.
your signature.
Yeah.
Is that, please go through it and tell us whether this is a statement that was obtained from you.
Okay. Yeah, it's exactly my statement.
We apply to tender the statement of the witness, Fatutmata Saho Cham, 15th of May 2023, into evidence as an exhibit.
The statement dated the 15th of May 2023, made by the witness Fatutmata Saho Cham, is admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/FSC/KMC/001.
As the commission pleases. Now, you recall sometime in 2019, Mr. Khan Mustafa Kani. You know Khan Mustafa Kani?
Yes, Kanjura.
Kanjura, yes. Mr. Kamsavakanyi purchased spare parts, or allegedly, from Senegal for the repair of bulldozers D8, D9. You would have been the procurement manager at the time.
At the time,
is that
yes.
correct?
Sure.
So what do you know about that particular procurement or process?
Okay, that fateful day, we received a request.
Please speak into the microphone.
Okay.
And kindly increase your voice.
Okay. I mean, that fateful day, my assistant brought in a request which I didn't even consider as a request, that an information that the DA8 and the D9 are down.
Yes.
That the management should consider repairing or doing a major maintenance towards it. So she brought the request with invoices.
Yes.
Which I asked her that how come this happened. She said, this is how they gave it to me. So I took the, pardon?
How comes, you said this, how comes this happened?
How comes a request is coming with invoices?
Yes.
So she said, this is how it was given to me. So I took it from her. I went to the finance director, because at that time, he was the one accessible to me, because the CEO me have been busy also. So
Who was the finance director at the time?
Sirif Njai.
Okay.
So I went straight to him and to clarify how come such a request is being endorsed by him that we should go ahead and do the procurement. And in this case, it's not a procurement. There is no the procurement process is already been completed. Now it's for us to do the paperwork. He said this is how it came to us, and go ahead and do the paperwork. I told him no, I cannot participate in such a procurement. So at that very day we had a bitter argument over the issue. So he told me, okay, it's left to you. If you wish, you do it. If you wish, that's it. So I told him I'm not going to do it. So I handed it over to my assistant at that time. So from there came an instant I heard that I should accompany Kanjura himself to Dakar. I said to myself, no. When I received the call from the director of administration at that time, I just didn't give him feedback at that time. I just kept quiet and wait for the appropriate time. So from there, within a short period of time, I came and got information that my trip was canceled. So I came to realize that my assistant went ahead to do the paperwork. I asked her, why are you doing this? He said, Sirif Njai and Jaja asked me to go ahead and do it, and they are insisting. I told her, no, we have to be very careful. I, as the head of procurement, I am not participating in this procurement, and I don't expect you to do so as well. So, but unfortunately, she went ahead and did the paperwork. From there was an instant too, I asked about I heard of that the machines or the spare parts are back, then that they are working on the machine, but henceforth I didn't hear of anything about it.
Who was your assistant at the time that you were referring to?
Sarata.
Sarata?
Jaiteh.
So let's just clear one issue. You handed over the request to Sarata, or you were asked to hand it over to Sarata?
Yeah, no, Sarata brought it that we are asked to process this.
Okay.
Because most of the time,
go ahead.
Most of the time, all the requests are sent to her directly. Then I will pick them from her, from the file, then go through them, see what procurement method or where the need department, where it comes from, do the necessary verification. Then from there, we pick it from there.
Yes. Yeah. So, yes. Now, your evidence is that when she brought it, you refused.
Yeah.
Because it is as if you were ratifying the procurement that they already did. As far as you're concerned, You were only there to do the paperwork, but they had already
They have
decided.
already decided on the program. And when I went through the documents, the invoices, I realized that mainly the procurement process, there are a lot of loopholes in it. One mainly is the amount added together should have been over 1 million.
Yes.
So the method, the procurement method, there is splitting in it, which concerns me more, because to me they were avoiding the tender part of it. So they decided to split it in order to peg it on the request for quotation level. So in considering all those loopholes in the procurement, I decided to distance myself. I came outright and told them that I'm not going to be part of this procurement, which I stood up to until the end of the process.
Yes. So did you have time or chance to even see these documents at some point?
Yeah, later on, I think GPPA, we were to report to GPPA. So I think they realized that I should have participated in there is a portion which will identify that I have participated in the procurement, and that portion was left blank because I strongly stood to my foot that I'm not going to be part of it.
Now, they went ahead and did this procurement, but was it a usual thing at KMC regarding procurement when you served as procurement manager that you would be asked to just do the paperwork in some instances when they have already done procurement?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge?
No.
The illegal dump sites. You know about the illegal dump site?
Backwater?
No, there were several illegal dump sites.
Oh, yeah.
That they will contract, the management would contract individuals, for instance, Lankara Musware, to clear these illegal dump sites. How involved were you?
How?
How involved were you as a procurement unit?
I am involved when we receive requests from the services department.
Yes.
Directorate. So as soon as we have requests from them, I will engage them to get the list of the supplier list that they've been engaging. So from there, out of their performance, their past performance, I make a review with them in consultation with the directorate, the deputy director at that time. From there, we make a selection of the.
Now, if you are to adopt request for quotation, what would be the normal procedure?
The normal procedure is that as soon as we get a request from the need department,
yes,
I will consult the because the director himself, most of the time, delegated me to the deputy. I will consult him that I have received your requests. From there, if after confirming that it's from them, which is clear on the request form, that the CEO has approved it and the Director of Finance has endorsed it that we can go ahead with the procurement. In consultation with the Directorate Services, I will sit with my team. We start scouting out from our supplier list, the suppliers who are in such businesses.
Yes.
Then we will contact them and select the three of those, from three of those lists. Then from there, we will seek invoices from them. And as soon as they submitted their invoices, we do the request for quotation. We fill the forms, the necessary forms, and sit over it in consultation with the CEO and the Director of Finance and select the most responsive.
The issue of market surveys, have you been conducting market surveys?
Yeah, during my time, I did that once.
Once?
But, yes. But
why once?
Because I already have a supplier list.
Yes.
Yes.
But market surveys are different from having the suppliers list.
When you said market survey, like going round and
Yes,
know-
for every year you have to know what the market is. You go around so
Yeah,
that you know, because you will have your procurement plan.
yes, yes,
So you will know what you will have to procure in general
yes.
in a given year. And generally it's approved by the management or the council. So now with that procurement plan, you have to conduct market survey.
Yes.
Have you been doing that every year?
Yes, I do it for the 2 years I was there.
For 2 years you were there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have this on record?
Unless I go
Are these
back.
normally documented?
No, they are not. I just go around and
Now, how about disposal? Was there a disposal committee at the level of council? For instance, we know there had been auctions that happened during the time you were there
no, it happened just before I came in.
Before
I
you
heard
came
of it.
in?
Yes.
There was no
There was an auction
disposal?
at no.
And,
During my time, no.
How about an examination and receipt committee?
No.
There was none.
No.
So you wouldn't know when there's a purchase, you wouldn't know whether in fact the goods have been examined accordingly or not.
You mean goods that are...
Examination committee. You have to have one. For instance, if you conduct a procurement at the tail end, if there's supply of goods, you've purchased 5 laptops, you have to examine and receive these goods.
for example, like laptop you said, the
Yes.
IT does that every time we...
But there must be a
There is
committee for that.
supply.
So
No.
if there is fault in this supply, that what was supplied is not, the specifications are far more different than what is contained in the actual specifications or what you request for, then it can be rejected.
Okay.
Is that not the case?
No.
If there's a breach,
There is no committee
There's no
particularly
committee of
for that, but the IT will come and verify that,
That's for
confirm that
laptops.
the
But I'm
specification.
just giving laptops
Any other?
as an excuse,
Oh,
as
okay,
a
that's
sample,
fine.
sorry.
Okay.
So in 2019, do you have the records of procurement that was conducted in 2019 entirely?
Procurement
have-
record.
Yes,
That
the
happened.
value of procurement for 2019. We have the compliance review, the GBA compliance review for the year ended 31st December 2019. I'm sure you are very familiar with this.
Yeah.
Where it will clearly outline the value of the procurement for this year. It says the total is $76,677,244. But we see that bulk of this procurement is either single sourcing or request for quotations. For instance, you have $44,880,660 for request for quotation RFQ. Single sourcing, $14,676,928. Now, why do you think there's always a preference for single sourcing and request for quotation?
For single sourcing, we really do that, except when it is within this threshold, and also the request for quotation. During my time, apart from this Kanjura's procurement that he did, I don't remember any time that we definitely try to deviate to an extent that we stick to the request for quotation.
No, you have deviated significantly. In fact, it has been contained in the compliance review in 2019, for instance. If you have seen this review, where on page 18 it says non-compliance. We have observed the involvement, and what I mean deviate, I do not mean that your involvement as procurement unit, you probably fail to do one or two things. I'm saying council in itself, the management, would not involve you in certain or some of the procurements that they do. For instance, the Department of Environment and Sanitation, have you been involved in their procurement? You have not been. And that is, please, I need your answer. It has to be on record.
Okay.
Is the answer no?
No.
Yes. So, for instance, on page 18 says, we have observed the involvement of non-members of the SPU, that is a special procurement unit, in the Environment and Sanitation unit, in conducting procurement. Have you seen this before?
No, I don't remember.
But it's a fact.
It's possible.
Why would they not involve you in procurement activities in relation to the Environment and Sanitation Unit? Do you know?
Can I have an example? Because I don't remember.
Please come again.
I said, can I have an example because I don't remember?
No, it is a finding of the
audit
that
the compliance.
every procurement in relation to environment and sanitation, you were not involved.
Okay.
Your unit was not involved.
Okay.
Or is that not true? Were you involved in procurement in relation to the environment and sanitation unit?
Most of their procurements I was involved.
You were involved?
Yes, we were.
Environment and sanitation.
That is the director of services?
I believe. Let me give you the record. You have seen that before?
No, this came just before I left.
It came before you left?
Yeah.
May I please have it? It is one of the findings.
And I was redeployed. I was redeployed from procurement to finance for over a year before I left. So
when was that? When were you redeployed?
That was in September 2020.
2020. Okay, these are findings for 2019 in relation to the involvement of the SPU in relation to procurement.
Okay.
The other issue is on page 19 for the non-compliance. It says there were no individual files for each procurement activity maintained. However, some of the files reviewed are incomplete as it does not contain all information and communications relating to the procurement proceedings in contravention of the GPPA Section 35 sub 2. Some files do not have receipts, goods, receipt notes, notices of award, and evaluation reports, among others. How was your filing system at the time?
During that time, we were sort of manpower. So we had obstacles with our filing system. But all the procurements we do, we have been filed in the finance department. What we were expected to do is to have copies of all those procurements into our own file in the procurement unit. So that was the challenges we were facing because I was alone with Sarata, that is my assistant.
Where, for the procurement activities that were subjected to tender, were they advertised?
Yes, they were.
Do you have records of this?
Yes, I do. I handed over all those files.
That files to K.M.C?
Yes.
Because again, on page 22, it says that when they reviewed these files, they could not verify any advertisement of tender opportunities in these files.
All our tenders were advertised.
They were all advertised?
They were all advertised.
Now, let's just go to the sample of the sample in relation to some of the specific findings in 2019. There was a period where in 2019, air condition was procured, $15,000. The non-compliance says there was no deadline for submission on Form 101. K.M.C used brand names in their solicitation documents. This against the procurement regulation, that you cannot use brand names. There was no evidence to show that the item supplied was inspected at the time of delivery. We talked about this. No evaluation criteria were communicated to the potential suppliers, which made it difficult to establish the base of award. Were you entirely in charge of this procurement?
That was the period
2019.
2019.
Yes.
Yeah, I should have been.
There were fuel procured as well. What was the arrangement at your level in relation to the procurement of fuel?
We used to receive requests from the Directorate of Administration,
Yeah.
accompanied by a list of managers who are entitled to fuel,
Yes.
and the amounts they are entitled to.
Yes.
So from there we verify that the total amount is correct, and all the managers or all those who are entitled are included. After doing that verification, then we go ahead with the procurement.
Well, the example is that procurement of fuel from Petrogas, the award is $182,745.32 bututs. It was single sourced, and the non-compliance, number one, is that this amount is above the single source threshold, and there were no minutes of conduct committee approving the purchase. You know, they have to approve this purchase in relation to single sourcing. The other one we have is procurement of office equipment, $45,000. The request for quotation was used, but then the non-compliance, there were brand names used. There was no evidence to show that the item supplied was inspected at the time of delivery. There were no delivery notes. Procurement of provisions, $123,050. The method used was RFQ. Brand names were used. No evaluation criteria. So why is it that it appears to be very much specific and obvious in relation to all these procurements when the rule says you cannot use brand names because you will be excluding other suppliers and then probably giving advantage to some?
Yeah, it's been a long time to recall what has actually happened, but we have been so vigilant in ensuring that brand names are not used in our procurements.
But how involved were you? The issue is how involved as a unit were you in the overall activities of the procurement in K.M.C.? Did the management involve you in every procurement?
Whether management was involved?
Were involved in the SPU, your unit at the time when you were there?
Yeah.
For all the procurement? That is the question. Or were procurement activities conducted in some occasions without your involvement?
Unless I go back and see those procurement documentations, I will confirm. I can confirm what actually happened.
Any questions to this one before I proceed with other issues?
No. Sorry, let me just, Madam Cham, were you in a position to receive the review of the GPPA and to discuss this at your committee meetings?
Yeah, for the times that I was there, like this one was February 2021, the review came.
Yes.
Yeah, I was not in the position to.
So during your time, you were not there when they sent in any of their reports?
I once.
Which one was that? Which of the reports?
I think it's for the 2021. 2020, this one, 2019. I think this review was for 2019, which came in February 2021.
Okay.
Yes. But at that time, I was not as the head there.
Okay, thank you.
Now, in 2020, were you there?
What time?
I don't know the time specifically,
Oh,
but
okay.
there was a period in 2020 when a hammer mill was purchased.
Hammer?
Mill.
Meal?
Yes. Do you recall this?
No.
It is a bottle crushing machine.
No.
You were not present.
No.
In 2020, you were not So who was the manager in 2020?
Badajani, I handed over to Badajani.
In 2020. So from 2018 to 2019.
Yeah.
But you said you were there till 2021.
I told you that I was redeployed to refinance the
For 1 year.
Yes.
Do you have a redeployment letter?
I have them, but unless I...
But not with you?
Not
currently?
with you.
Right. All right, and that's all for this witness for now.
Thank you, Madam Cham.
Okay.
You are discharged. However, if we have the need to, by the way, before I discharge you, do you used to keep minutes?
Yeah.
You have the minutes
I have them.
of all the meetings you have held over time?
Entirely.
So can you please note that and access that for us? Provide those with the copies of those minutes.
Okay. Unless I go to K.M.C.
Yes, you
okay.
go there and you tell them that it's the commission that is requesting these minutes during the period I served.
Oh, okay.
As procurement.
I'll do that.
All right? Please note that so that you will not forget.
I will not. So when
Chairperson,
when am I expected to?
Yes.
we will want the witness to wait outside.
All right. Okay.
We will call her.
All right. You may bring the documents, but the registrar will tell you when to. He will communicate to you the time to bring in the documents, because we will want to admit the documents through you, so that you will not bring them on a day that you are not scheduled to appear before us. Okay. So you could kindly wait for the registrar. You know, we are done with you for now, but kindly wait at the reception for the registrar.
Okay.
Yes, we will be calling her back today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Witness.
Good morning.
Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters.
Thank you.
What is your religion?
Islam.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
Swear by the Holy Quran.
Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Can you hold the Holy Quran and then repeat after me?
Okay.
I, Sarata Jaiteh, do swear that I'll speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
What is your name?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Jaiteh.
Morning.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, Council, you may
Please,
proceed.
please state your name.
My name's Sarata Jaiteh,
What is your address?
Old Yundum,
Your occupation?
procurement officer.
You are for KMC.
Yes,
Since when?
since 2019.
Do you have your appointment letter?
Yes.
Were you confirmed?
That I'm not sure of.
You're not sure of.
Yes.
Can we please see your appointment letter?
Yeah.
We apply to tender the appointment letter of the witness Sarata Jaiteh into evidence as an exhibit.
A letter dated the 1st of February 2019 with reference KMC/ADM/074 addressed to Sarata Jaiteh, Lamin West Coast Region, and the subject is offer of appointment. The letter is from KMC. It is signed by Demboja for Acting Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to the Lord Mayor, Establishment and Appointment Committee, Director of Finance, Director of Internal Audit, IT Manager, and Acting Executive Secretary. The said letter is admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/SJ/KMC/001.
As the commission places. Please tell us your educational background.
I went to St. Peter's Primary School.
You are?
I attended St. Peter's Primary School from
Yes, go ahead.
to junior school, then high school, that was comprehensive. From there to Inside Training Center, where I did my diploma and advanced diploma in accounting and finance. Then to Gambia Public Procurement Institute, where I did certificate, diploma, and advanced diploma in procurement operations.
Do you recall giving a statement?
Yes.
We'll show you a copy of your statement.
Okay. Yes, this is the statement.
We apply to tender the statement of the witness, Sarata Jaiteh, into evidence as an exhibit.
The statement dated the 8th of May 2023, made by Sarata Jaiteh, the witness, is admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/SJ/KMC/002.
As the commission places. Now, you recall in sometime in 2019, Mr. Kan Mustafa Kanyi traveled to Senegal to purchase spare parts for two bulldozers, D8 and D9.
Yes, very well.
What was your involvement in that?
I received the request through the normal procedure. Records will bring in the request to our unit, and we will receive it and file it. So this request came with an invoice. I received it on behalf of my boss. Then when she came to the office, I gave her the request. So she told me that the threshold is above RFQ. We will have to go to council to clarify the issue. Then we were at our multipurpose center when the construction was going on. We were called, then we went to the office of the Director of Finance, Sirif Njai, who was present. The then acting CEO, Jaja Cham, was present. Kanjura Kanye was present. Fatutmata Saho Cham, my boss, and myself, we were all there. Then seek clarification as to why this request came with an invoice. And the Director of Finance, Sirif Njai, said the request came with an invoice and it should be processed because the bulldozers need maintenance. There was a back and forth exchange of words as to the threshold and why the procurement was done without involving the SPU. And discussions were done at that point. So it was made to my boss that the request should be processed. Whether we were involved or we are not involved, the paperwork should be done because these said bulldozers need maintenance. The request was then put to the file and we went with it to the office and the paperwork was attached and it was sent to council back again.
Now, your former boss, your manager, Fatutmata Saho, just testified and explained that she rejected this, this particular procurement. Do you recall that?
Yes, she rejected it in the meeting.
Yes.
Because there were too many back and forths going on at that point in the office of the then acting Director of Finance, Sirif Njai.
Yes.
But then force was used and they said we should process the document.
What do you mean when you say forced was used?
Like this, the request was forced on the procurement unit with the necessary invoices attached.
Go ahead.
By Sirif was there, Kanjura, like I said, was there, the acting CEO was there. The acting CEO then was Jaja Cham. He even mentioned that our unit is under his supervision at that point. That is how it happened, and I am assigned to do the necessary paperwork. That was my involvement in the said procurement. We went back with it to the multipurpose center where our office was, and then I did the paperwork. That was my involvement.
Yes. But it is clear from your boss at the time that it was very much unlawful, the manner in which they carried out this particular procurement.
Yes. And this was made known to them at that point.
Yes. The only issue is that she had said that when she rejected it, she did not know why you went ahead and then did this. But you had already explained that it was forced on you people.
Yes.
That's how you understood it.
Yes.
But do you not think you would have taken instructions from her, being the most senior in your unit?
Yes, instructions were taken from her. But she was present in this discussion. She was there. All these people, four of them, including myself, making it 5, we were all present. Then this was put in our file and we went with it to the office.
But she did not instruct you to go ahead with it?
Of course she instructed that I should go ahead with it, but the responsibilities will be on Sirif and Jaja that asked us to do it. Okay, that was what happened.
She's saying something different. What is clear is that the procurement was clearly forced on you by Jaya Cham, Sirif Njai, and Kanjura Kani.
Yes.
But the other issue is that she's saying I had said no and I refused to take any further part, but I did not know why my junior or my assistant went ahead and did that.
It did not happen like that.
It didn't happen that way?
No.
Any questions for this witness, Madam Chairperson?
No, I have no questions.
Madam Jaiteh, I think that's all for you for today.
Okay.
So, are you the procurement manager now for K.M.C?
No. I'm still the procurement officer. There is a manager, Abdullah Badajane.
Okay.
But before that, was this a usual thing from the acting, from Jaya Cham and And Chief Njai?
Procurements do happen in this manner, where requests will come with invoices attached. But sometimes, my former boss, Fatutmata Saho, will refuse to this and detach the invoices and send it back to the user department that sent it. But sometimes it will happen like such, she couldn't do anything and it will be processed.
The other question is, were you, the procurement unit, do you, in your opinion, do you think that the administration was involving you in all their procurements in the rightful manner, or not, or that was not the case in all their procurements?
Honestly, that was not the case.
That was not the case?
No.
Thank you very much for your testimony.
Yes, just before you go, Madam Jaiteh.
Yes.
It is noted in the reports,
Yes.
particularly on the procurement reports, that seldom do you do the procurement do as is required under the law. Why is it that due process is not followed, particularly when it comes to splitting of the cost to meet the threshold of the particularly that of the CEO?
Okay, that will not be to my knowledge, because at that time I was only doing the paperwork. I was not obliged to pick quotations or meet with suppliers to give out contracts, either RFQ, single source, and I was also not part of the contracts committee.
So now are you part of the contracts committee?
No, I'm not a member of the contracts committee.
But are you giving authorization to contract the suppliers to do RFQ, you understand, single sourcing, etc.?
Yes, sometimes we do pick quotations.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes,
is she done?
Yes, we are done. We have the manager who would have to come back for about 15 minutes. So we want to have a stand down, or maybe come back, stand down for 10 minutes to verify some information.
Yes. We still have time.
Yes.
We are going out by 1 o'clock, right?
Yes, we want to verify some information. We need a stand down of 10 minutes to call back.
So, Madam Jaiteh,
Yes.
thank you so much. When we need to verify certain issues, we will call you back.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We may rise for 10 minutes.
Yes.